Have you ever wondered how work hard in silence can lead to lasting success? The most profound achievements are often built in the quiet, behind the scenes efforts that go unnoticed by others. Success comes not from seeking constant validation, but from consistent, dedicated work. Just like an artist or a musician who spends hours refining their craft without the applause, those who focus on their goals without fanfare eventually see their hard work manifest in remarkable results. In silence, true mastery and resilience are forged, and the loudest results are often the ones that speak for themselves. Focus is the ability to channel one's attention and energy toward a specific goal while minimizing distractions. It is not merely about avoiding interruptions, but about creating a mental state where one's efforts are directed with precision. In a world filled with countless distractions, from social media to competing responsibilities, mastering the art of focus becomes a transformative tool for success. Those who harness focus effectively find themselves progressing steadily toward their objectives with clarity and determination, ensuring that each action contributes to meaningful outcomes. Achieving success requires more than just ambition. It demands a clear vision, well-defined goals, and a structured environment that fosters deep concentration. Imagine an artist working on a masterpiece. Without a defined concept, their strokes may be erratic, lacking coherence and purpose. However, when the artist envisions the final piece before touching the canvas, each movement becomes intentional, guided by a structured plan. Similarly, a student aiming for academic excellence must set precise goals, identifying areas for improvement, establishing a study schedule, and eliminating potential distractions. Without such clarity, efforts become scattered, leading to inefficient results and frustration. One of the most crucial steps in cultivating focus is creating an environment that minimizes disruptions. The human brain is wired to respond to stimuli, and external distractions can easily derail concentration. Consider a writer working on a novel. If they attempt to write in a noisy coffee shop without noise-canceling headphones or a structured schedule, they are likely to struggle with maintaining their creative flow. However, by setting up a quiet, clutter-free workspace and establishing boundaries with those around them, they create an atmosphere conducive to deep work. Research has shown that environmental factors such as lighting, noise levels, and even the arrangement of objects significantly impact cognitive function. By optimizing these elements, individuals can enhance their ability to focus for extended periods, leading to greater productivity. Developing a structured routine is another essential component of maximizing focus. Routine serves as a foundation for discipline, allowing individuals to dedicate specific time slots to high-priority tasks. A professional athlete does not train sporadically. They adhere to a strict schedule, ensuring that practice sessions, rest periods, and recovery exercises align with their performance goals. Similarly, a business leader striving for success structures their day to balance meetings, deep work, and strategic planning. When routines are aligned with objectives, Focus becomes second nature, eliminating the mental fatigue of constantly deciding what to do next. Effective time management techniques further support the cultivation of focus. Breaking tasks into manageable segments, such as using the Pomodoro technique or time blocking, allows individuals to work with heightened concentration while preventing burnout. Consider a software developer working on a complex project. Instead of attempting to code for hours without breaks, they implement focused work sessions interspersed with short rest intervals. This approach enhances both productivity and mental stamina, ensuring that each session is utilized optimally. Moreover, prioritizing tasks based on importance rather than urgency prevents individuals from becoming overwhelmed by minor distractions that do not contribute to long-term goals. Focus is not a static trait, but a skill that requires continuous refinement. It thrives on intention, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth. As individuals learn to master their attention, they gain control over their progress, directing their efforts with purpose rather than being pulled in multiple directions. The ability to focus is what separates those who achieve lasting success from those who merely aspire to it. With clear goals, a supportive environment, structured routines, and strategic time management, focus transforms from a fleeting moment of attention into a powerful force that propels individuals toward their aspirations. Hard work is most effective when it is done with consistency, even when recognition does not come immediately. Many of the greatest achievements in history were built on years of effort that went unnoticed. A scientist working tirelessly in a laboratory, an artist painting in solitude, or an athlete training day after day without an audience, each of these individuals commits to a process that may not yield immediate rewards, but eventually results in the unseen efforts, the sacrifices, and the perseverance behind the scenes are what shape mastery. In a world driven by quick validation and instant success stories, it is easy to overlook the importance of patience and silent dedication. Yet these are the very qualities that separate true achievement from fleeting recognition. Developing self-discipline is essential for maintaining the commitment needed to persist despite a lack of external validation. It is what enables individuals to show up every day, work through challenges, and push forward even when progress seems slow. A novelist, for example, may spend years drafting, revising, and refining a manuscript without any assurance that their work will ever be published. The discipline to continue writing despite rejection letters and self-doubt is what ultimately leads to success. Similarly, a musician practicing alone for years before performing on a grand stage does not wait for validation to fuel their passion. Instead, they let the process itself become the source of their motivation. Self-discipline transforms effort into habit, allowing individuals to build momentum that eventually leads to remarkable accomplishments. Resilience plays a crucial role in navigating setbacks and maintaining long-term dedication. Failure and rejection are inevitable parts of any meaningful pursuit. Yet those who remain resilient view these challenges not as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to improve. Many of the world's most influential figures experienced repeated failures before achieving success. Thomas Edison conducted thousands of failed experiments before inventing the light bulb, yet he famously stated that he had not failed, but rather discovered thousands of ways that did not work. This perspective embodies the power of resilience, an unwavering belief that effort, no matter how invisible at the moment, will eventually lead to progress. Entrepreneurs, athletes, and artists who continue refining their craft despite early struggles all share this trait, proving that perseverance in the face of adversity is often the key to long-term success. Patience is the foundation upon which great achievements are built. In a society that rewards instant gratification, cultivating patience is a rare but invaluable skill. A farmer does not expect crops to grow the day after planting seeds. Instead, they nurture the soil, provide water and sunlight, and trust that the unseen growth beneath the surface will eventually lead to a bountiful harvest. The same principle applies to any endeavor requiring dedication. A medical student investing years in rigorous study before becoming a doctor, a business owner slowly building a company from the ground up, or a dancer perfecting their technique over countless rehearsals, each of these individuals understands that patience is not about waiting idly, but about trusting the process. Those who recognize that meaningful success takes time are more likely to sustain their efforts, even when results are not immediate. Personal growth should always take precedence over external validation. The most enduring success comes from individuals who focus on self-improvement rather than on seeking approval from others. A painter who creates art for the sake of expression rather than for the applause of an audience is more likely to develop a unique and authentic style. A scientist driven by curiosity rather than by awards will make discoveries that push the boundaries of knowledge. Those who prioritize personal growth understand that the true measure of progress lies not in external praise, but in the internal evolution of their skills, knowledge, and character. External recognition may come and go, but the lessons learned and the transformations experienced through consistent effort are what truly define success. A strong work ethic bridges the gap between effort and achievement. It is not talent alone that creates success, but the relentless application of effort over time. An architect designing innovative structures, a teacher refining their methods to better educate students, or a chef perfecting a recipe over years of practice. All these individuals understand that true excellence is the result of unwavering commitment to their craft. The difference between mediocrity and mastery lies in the willingness to dedicate oneself to continuous improvement. Those with a strong work ethic do not rely on motivation alone. They establish routines, set high standards, and push themselves to excel, regardless of whether their efforts are recognized in the moment. True fulfillment comes not from the applause of others, but from the knowledge that every unseen effort contributes to something meaningful. When individuals shift their focus from seeking validation to embracing the value of perseverance, they unlock a deeper sense of purpose. They understand that the long hours spent perfecting a skill, the countless attempts before a breakthrough, and the challenges faced along the way are not wasted, but are necessary steps in their journey. In time, results will speak for themselves, but the true reward lies in knowing that every effort, seen or unseen, has contributed to personal growth and lasting success. Letting results speak for themselves is a principle that shifts the focus from seeking validation to producing undeniable excellence. In a world where recognition often overshadows true capability, individuals who dedicate themselves to their craft without actively pursuing praise cultivate a deeper, more authentic sense of achievement. The value of one's work should not be measured by applause, but by the lasting impact it creates. A scientist who revolutionizes medicine does not seek approval before discovering a breakthrough. A writer who crafts a timeless novel does not demand recognition before their words influence generations. True mastery is built not on self-promotion, but on the quiet persistence of those who prioritize results over perception. Instead of chasing recognition, individuals should focus on allowing their work to demonstrate their skills, discipline, and dedication. A chef does not announce their ability to cook. They present a dish that speaks for itself. A builder does not boast about their architectural talent. They construct structures that endure for centuries. Those who genuinely excel do not need to demand acknowledgement, as their work naturally commands respect. An athlete who consistently performs at an elite level does not need to proclaim their greatness. The scoreboard and championship titles do so on their behalf. Excellence, when pursued with diligence and integrity, inevitably earns its due recognition without the need for self-promotion. Accountability plays a fundamental role in ensuring that results reflect true capability. When individuals take responsibility for their actions, successes, and failures, they demonstrate maturity and reliability. A business leader who delivers on promises, a doctor who remains committed to patient care, or an engineer who ensures precision in every design, all embody the principle of accountability. When mistakes are made, those who embrace accountability do not make excuses or seek to shift blame. Instead, they analyze their errors, refine their approach, and move forward with greater wisdom. This level of responsibility creates an environment where results become a testament to one's commitment rather than a pursuit of validation. Continuous improvement ensures that results not only speak for themselves, but also evolve over time. No masterpiece is created in a single attempt. A musician refines their technique over years of practice. A scientist revises their hypotheses through countless experiments, and an entrepreneur learns from multiple failed ventures before achieving success. The process of refining skills and enhancing abilities is what ultimately distinguishes those who merely seek recognition from those who genuinely achieve excellence. The difference between an average performance and an extraordinary one lies in the details, the meticulous adjustments, the willingness to adapt, and the relentless pursuit of improvement. Consistency is what allows results to compound over time, transforming fleeting successes into a lasting legacy. A writer who produces quality work day after day, an athlete who maintains peak performance season after season, or a teacher who continuously inspires students year after year, all prove that sustained excellence is not a momentary act, but a repeated commitment. Short bursts of achievement may bring temporary recognition, but it is the ability to maintain high standards over time that truly defines greatness. A single brilliant idea does not make a visionary, but the ability to generate and execute great ideas consistently does. Intrinsic motivation, rather than external rewards, fosters a deeper and more enduring commitment to excellence. Those who are driven by an internal desire to improve, to innovate, and to contribute find greater fulfillment than those who are motivated by applause. An artist who paints because they love the craft rather than to impress an audience creates more authentic work. A scientist who seeks knowledge rather than accolades makes discoveries that advance humanity. When the focus shifts from seeking approval to mastering a skill, the quality of work naturally rises. Individuals who are intrinsically motivated push themselves beyond external expectations, breaking barriers, not because they are told to, but because they strive to achieve their fullest potential. True success does not require self-promotion. The world remembers great minds, exceptional leaders, and pioneering innovators, not because they demanded recognition, but because their contributions were undeniable. The most significant advancements in history were made by those who dedicated themselves to their work, allowing their achievements to shape the world around them. A bridge that stands for centuries, a novel that continues to inspire generations, or a theory that transforms scientific understanding all stand as silent testaments to the brilliance of their creators. Those who focus on results rather than recognition leave behind legacies that speak long after their voices have faded. Letting results speak for themselves is not about rejecting recognition, but about understanding that true worth is demonstrated through actions rather than words. Individuals who dedicate themselves to excellence, maintain accountability, pursue continuous improvement, remain consistent, and rely on intrinsic motivation naturally set themselves apart. In a world where noise often drowns out substance, those who focus on refining their craft rather than demanding attention ultimately achieve the most meaningful and lasting success. Patience is a fundamental pillar in the pursuit of long-term success, as meaningful accomplishments rarely happen overnight. It is the ability to endure delays, setbacks, and challenges while maintaining focus on the ultimate goal. The most extraordinary achievements in history were built on the foundation of patience. A sculptor does not create a masterpiece in a single strike of the chisel, but through countless careful refinements. A scientist does not uncover groundbreaking discoveries in a single experiment, but through years of trial and error. The process of growth, whether personal or professional, demands the ability to wait, persist, and trust in gradual progress. Those who cultivate patience understand that true success is not about speed, but about sustaining effort over time. Setting realistic expectations is a crucial step in developing patience. Many individuals become frustrated, not because they lack ability, but because they expect results too soon. A student who begins learning a new language cannot expect fluency in a few weeks, just as an entrepreneur cannot anticipate business success immediately after launching a venture. By establishing practical timelines and acknowledging the effort required, individuals set themselves up for sustained progress instead of disappointment. A marathon runner does not measure their success by the first mile, but by their ability to maintain endurance throughout the race. Recognizing that excellence requires time reduces the urge for immediate gratification and strengthens the resolve to keep going despite temporary stagnation. Practicing self-awareness helps individuals recognize moments of impatience and adjust their mindset accordingly. The ability to reflect on emotions and reactions allows people to understand their triggers for frustration and develop strategies to remain composed. A musician frustrated with their slow progress may benefit from stepping back and acknowledging how far they have come rather than focusing solely on how much further they need to go. A teacher guiding students through a difficult concept must recognize that learning takes time and that each small improvement is a step toward mastery. Self-awareness fosters a mindset where setbacks are not seen as failures, but as part of the natural process of improvement. Managing setbacks effectively is essential in maintaining patience. Every journey is filled with obstacles, and those who view challenges as insurmountable roadblocks often give up prematurely. Those who cultivate patience, however, see setbacks as lessons that refine their approach. An engineer designing a new product will encounter flaws and failures along the way, but each mistake provides valuable insights that bring them closer to perfection. A writer struggling with writer's block may need to embrace moments of creative stagnation rather than forcing immediate inspiration. The ability to navigate difficulties without frustration ensures steady progress even when success is not immediately visible. Viewing challenges as opportunities for growth strengthens patience. A difficult task is not an obstacle to success, but a means of developing the skills necessary to achieve it. An athlete training for a championship does not resent intense practice sessions, but embraces them as essential components of improvement. A scientist who faces repeated failed experiments understands that each failure is a step toward a breakthrough. When challenges are approached with curiosity rather than frustration, patience becomes a natural response rather than a forced effort. Those who seek growth over comfort are more likely to sustain their efforts even in difficult moments. Focusing on the journey rather than immediate rewards reinforces a patient mindset. When individuals tie their sense of accomplishment solely to outcomes, they may become discouraged if progress is slow. However, those who find fulfillment in the process itself remain motivated regardless of how long success takes. A dancer perfecting a routine may enjoy the act of practicing just as much as performing on stage. A researcher dedicated to solving a complex problem may find excitement in each new piece of information rather than only in the final discovery. When the journey is valued as much as the destination, patience becomes a source of strength rather than a burden. Cultivating patience is not about passively waiting for success, but about actively engaging in the process of growth with resilience and dedication. Those who develop patience set realistic expectations, practice self-awareness, manage setbacks effectively, view challenges as opportunities, and embrace the journey with enthusiasm. Every great achievement, from scientific discoveries to artistic masterpieces, is the result of countless unseen hours of effort sustained by patience. Those who master this virtue understand that time is not an obstacle to success, but an essential ingredient in its creation. In the end, patience is not merely a tool for endurance, but a path to excellence, allowing individuals to remain steady and unwavering in their pursuit of greatness. Prioritizing quality over quantity is a fundamental principle that separates true excellence from mediocrity. In a world that often values speed and output, those who dedicate themselves to high standards and meticulous craftsmanship achieve results that endure far beyond the moment. Whether in art, science, business, or personal growth, quality is the factor that defines lasting impact. A sculptor does not rush to create many statues in a short time, but carefully chisels each piece to perfection. A master chef does not prepare countless dishes in haste, but dedicates time to refining flavors, ensuring that each meal is an experience of excellence. Those who prioritize quality understand that the pursuit of mastery is not about producing more, but about refining and elevating what they create. True excellence is built on a commitment to high standards. Those who consistently uphold quality in their work distinguish themselves in their fields, creating something valuable and meaningful. A watchmaker who meticulously assembles each timepiece ensures that it functions flawlessly for decades, rather than mass-producing unreliable products. An architect who carefully plans each detail of a building designs structures that not only stand the test of time, but also inspire admiration. Excellence does not come from the sheer volume of work produced, but from the careful consideration, precision, and effort dedicated to each endeavor. Those who chase quantity may generate short-term results, but those who focus on quality leave a lasting legacy. Continuous skill development is essential for maintaining high standards. True masters of their craft never stop learning and refining their abilities. A musician who spends years perfecting their technique creates music that resonates deeply, while an athlete who dedicates themselves to consistent training reaches peak performance. Growth and improvement are ongoing processes requiring patience and dedication. A scientist who constantly experiments, analyzes, and revises their theories contributes significantly to their field, even if their breakthroughs take years to develop. The willingness to evolve and refine one's skills ensures that the work produced not only meets expectations, but exceeds them. Attention to detail is a defining characteristic of those who prioritize quality. Small refinements often separate good work from great work. A novelist who carefully chooses each word crafts a story that lingers in the minds of readers, while a filmmaker who pays attention to every frame creates a cinematic masterpiece. Precision matters in every field, from engineering to fashion design. A tailor who ensures that each stitch is perfectly placed, produces garments that fit flawlessly, while a software developer who meticulously tests their code prevents critical errors. The pursuit of perfection is not about seeking flawlessness in an unrealistic way, but about respecting the integrity of one's work and striving for the best possible outcome. Choosing quality over quantity also fosters deeper fulfillment. Those who take pride in their work derive satisfaction, not from how much they produce, but from the value they create. A poet who crafts a few carefully constructed verses can evoke more emotion than a writer who fills pages with rushed content. A photographer who waits for the perfect moment captures an image that tells a story, whereas someone who takes thousands of random shots may never achieve the same impact. There is an intrinsic reward in knowing that effort was not wasted on volume, but was instead invested in something meaningful. True professionals, artists, and thinkers understand that greatness is not measured by numbers, but by the depth of their contributions. Sustained impact is achieved when quality is prioritized over mere output. History remembers the masterpieces, the breakthroughs, and the innovations that were built on careful craftsmanship and dedication. The pyramids of Egypt were not hastily constructed, but meticulously designed to withstand centuries. A single symphony by Beethoven holds more weight than countless forgettable compositions. The novels of Tolstoy and Austen continue to inspire, not because they were written in haste, but because they were crafted with depth and insight. The businesses that thrive for generations are not those that mass produce inferior products, but those that build reputations on reliability, precision, and excellence. Prioritizing quality over quantity is not about rejecting productivity, but about channeling effort toward meaningful and lasting results. When individuals commit to high standards, dedicate themselves to continuous improvement, and refine their skills with attention to detail, they set themselves apart in their pursuits. The world is filled with countless works that fade quickly, but those who choose to prioritize quality create something that endures. Excellence is not about how much one produces, but about how well it is made. Those who understand this principle embrace the discipline, patience, and dedication required to leave a true and lasting mark. Avoiding shortcuts and maintaining integrity in work are essential principles that build a strong professional reputation and lead to meaningful contributions. In every field, from business to art, from science to craftsmanship, those who prioritize honesty and diligence over quick gains establish themselves as trustworthy and dependable. The temptation to take shortcuts is ever present, offering the illusion of faster success. But true excellence is never built on rushed efforts or compromised values. A surgeon who skips essential sterilization procedures may complete more operations in a day, but at the cost of patient safety. A student who cheats on an exam may receive a temporary reward, but deprives themselves of real knowledge and skill development. The integrity of one's work is not just about adhering to ethical standards, but about respecting the process that leads to lasting impact. A strong professional reputation is earned through consistency in both effort and ethics. A builder who ensures every foundation is solid rather than cutting corners to save time creates structures that stand the test of time. A journalist who verifies every fact before publishing an article gains credibility, while one who prioritizes speed over accuracy risks misleading the public. In creative fields, a designer who puts thought into every detail builds a name for quality, whereas one who rushes to produce more designs may create forgettable work. Those who prioritize integrity understand that reputation is not built overnight, but through years of dedicated effort. A single instance of dishonesty or compromised work can damage credibility, but a lifetime of commitment to excellence establishes a legacy of trust. Meaningful contributions come from those who refuse to take shortcuts, instead investing the necessary time and effort to ensure quality. A scientist conducting research must follow rigorous testing protocols, resisting the urge to manipulate data for quicker results. An engineer developing new technology must consider long-term durability rather than opting for cheaper materials that may fail. A musician composing a symphony may take years refining each note, ensuring that the final piece is a masterpiece rather than a rushed composition. These individuals recognize that true progress requires patience, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to doing things the right way, even when no one is watching. The temptation to seek immediate success often leads to compromised integrity. Yet those who resist this urge ultimately achieve greater and more sustainable results. A business that values ethical practices over quick profits builds a loyal customer base that trusts in the reliability of its products. A teacher who takes time to develop thorough lesson plans rather than relying on superficial teaching methods leaves a lasting impact on students. An athlete who trains properly rather than resorting to performance-enhancing drugs not only protects their health, but also earns genuine respect. The shortcuts that promise quick gains often lead to long-term consequences, while the path of integrity ensures lasting success. Maintaining integrity in work also means standing by one's values, even in the face of adversity. There are moments when the pressure to compromise for convenience or profit is overwhelming, yet those who remain steadfast in their principles build unshakable character. A lawyer who refuses to manipulate evidence, despite the risk of losing a case, upholds the justice system. A scientist who does not falsify results, even when funding is at stake, preserves the integrity of their field. A filmmaker who tells stories with authenticity, rather than bending to market trends for easy sales, creates art that resonates deeply with audiences. These individuals do not choose the easy route, but their commitment to integrity ensures that their work is respected and meaningful. Avoiding shortcuts does not mean ignoring efficiency, but rather distinguishing between productive methods and reckless compromises. A chef who carefully selects ingredients and follows precise cooking techniques is not wasting time, but ensuring culinary excellence. A craftsman who takes extra care in building furniture may take longer, but creates pieces that last for generations. A doctor who thoroughly examines a patient before making a diagnosis is not slow, but ensuring accuracy and proper treatment. The difference lies in intention, choosing efficiency that upholds quality rather than shortcuts that sacrifice it. Those who embrace this mindset understand that the extra effort invested today prevents bigger problems in the future. The value of integrity extends beyond individual success. It influences entire industries and societies. When leaders in business, education, healthcare, and government commit to ethical practices, they create environments where trust and accountability thrive. A company that prioritizes fair wages and safe working conditions contributes to a healthier economy. A university that upholds academic honesty produces graduates who enter the workforce with genuine skills. A politician who remains transparent and committed to the public interest fosters a society built on trust rather than corruption. Every act of integrity strengthens the foundation of progress, proving that doing what is right is always more impactful than taking the easy way out. Choosing integrity over shortcuts is not just a professional decision, but a personal philosophy that defines the quality of one's work and life. Those who refuse to compromise on their values build not only strong careers, but also strong character. Their contributions matter because they are built on authenticity, perseverance, and respect for their craft. While shortcuts may seem appealing in the moment, they rarely lead to anything enduring. True success belongs to those who remain dedicated to excellence, not for immediate gratification, but for the long-term legacy of their work. In the end, integrity is not just about doing things the right way. It is about becoming the kind of person whose work speaks for itself, standing the test of time and leaving a lasting impact. Solitude is a powerful force that fosters self-reflection, personal growth, and a deeper awareness of one's own thoughts and emotions. In a world constantly filled with noise, distractions, and the demands of social interaction, the ability to embrace solitude becomes a valuable skill that strengthens the mind and refines one's sense of purpose. Many of history's greatest thinkers, artists, and leaders have found that periods of isolation allow for profound creativity and insight. A writer crafting a novel, an entrepreneur developing a groundbreaking idea, or a philosopher contemplating the nature of existence all benefit from moments of solitude. Rather than being a state of loneliness, solitude is an opportunity to turn inward, recalibrate priorities, and cultivate inner strength. Spending time alone provides individuals with the clarity needed to focus on their goals. Without the influence of external opinions and societal expectations, a person can assess what truly matters to them. A musician practicing alone in a quiet room refines their technique without the pressure of an audience. A student preparing for an exam benefits from the uninterrupted focus that solitary study provides. A leader making critical decisions finds wisdom in moments of silence rather than in the chaos of constant input. When an individual removes the distractions of everyday life, they gain the ability to think deeply, plan effectively, and set a course that aligns with their true aspirations. Solitude is not about disconnecting from the world, but about reconnecting with oneself in a way that brings greater purpose and direction. Cultivating discipline through solitude strengthens an individual's ability to commit to long-term objectives. Without external validation or encouragement, maintaining consistency requires self-motivation and determination. A marathon runner who wakes up before dawn to train alone exemplifies the discipline forged in solitude. A researcher spending late nights in a lab without immediate recognition demonstrates the ability to stay dedicated despite the lack of applause. Those who rely on external motivation may struggle to persevere when support is absent. But those who develop self-discipline in solitude become resilient in the face of challenges. Mastery in any field is built not in the moments of public recognition, but in the countless hours of unseen effort that require unwavering focus. Inner resilience is developed when one learns to be comfortable in their own company. Many people fear solitude because it forces them to confront their thoughts and emotions without distraction. However, those who embrace it find strength in self-sufficiency. A person recovering from failure may initially seek comfort in the presence of others, but true healing and growth often occur when they take time alone to process their experiences. A traveler embarking on a solo journey discovers confidence and adaptability as they navigate unfamiliar places without relying on companionship. A painter working in solitude allows their emotions to guide their brushstrokes without outside influence. Through these experiences, individuals realize that solitude is not an emptiness to be filled, but a space in which to grow. Personal growth flourishes in moments of solitude because they provide the freedom to explore one's passions, values, and ambitions without compromise. When surrounded by others, there is often pressure to conform to group expectations or societal norms. In solitude, an individual can reflect on what truly brings them fulfillment. A young professional may use time alone to evaluate whether their career aligns with their deeper aspirations. A writer who retreats from social obligations may discover a renewed sense of creativity and purpose. A person who practices meditation or journaling in solitude gains insight into their thoughts and behaviors, allowing them to make more intentional choices in life. Growth is not always measured by external accomplishments, but by the internal transformation that takes place in the quiet moments of self-discovery. Solitude also enhances problem-solving abilities and decision-making skills. Without the distraction of external opinions, individuals can analyze challenges more objectively and arrive at well-reasoned conclusions. A scientist working on a complex hypothesis benefits from uninterrupted focus, leading to breakthroughs that would not occur in a crowded setting. A leader facing a difficult decision finds clarity in solitude, allowing them to weigh options without outside pressure. Even in everyday life, taking a step back from social influences can help individuals make choices that align with their values rather than being swayed by popular opinion. The ability to think independently is a skill cultivated through time spent alone, strengthening an individual's confidence in their own judgment. Despite its many benefits, solitude is often misunderstood and even feared. Society frequently equates being alone with isolation or social rejection, yet some of the most content and fulfilled individuals actively seek solitude as a means of personal enrichment. Great thinkers such as Leonardo da Vinci, Virginia Woolf, and Nikola Tesla valued solitude as an essential part of their creative and intellectual processes. Monks, writers, and philosophers throughout history have embraced solitude not as loneliness, but as a state of deep contemplation and connection with one's inner world. The fear of being alone often stems from an over-reliance on external validation. But those who learn to appreciate solitude discover an inner peace that is not dependent on the presence of others. Finding strength in solitude does not mean rejecting social connection, but rather developing a balance between external engagement and internal reflection. Meaningful relationships are important, but so is the ability to enjoy one's own company. A person who is comfortable in solitude brings a sense of completeness into their interactions with others, rather than seeking companionship as a means of filling an internal void. They form relationships out of choice rather than dependency, making their connections more authentic and fulfilling. Whether in moments of quiet reflection, focused work, or creative inspiration, solitude is a tool that empowers individuals to cultivate resilience, self-discipline, and a deeper understanding of themselves. Those who embrace it find that their greatest strength often comes not from the noise of the world, but from the silence within. Embracing solitude offers a unique opportunity for clarity, a deeper understanding of one's values, and an enhanced sense of creativity. In a world where constant interaction and external noise often cloud judgment, solitude provides a rare space for self-reflection and mental clarity. When distractions are removed, thoughts become more structured, priorities become clearer, and a true sense of direction begins to emerge. A philosopher sitting alone by the ocean contemplating life's purpose, an entrepreneur taking time away from the pressures of the market to redefine their business vision, or an artist retreating into silence to explore new ideas, all demonstrate how solitude fosters profound clarity. It is in these quiet moments that individuals gain insight into what truly matters to them, separating superficial desires from deeper, more meaningful aspirations. Understanding one's values requires an environment where external influences do not overpower internal truth. When constantly surrounded by others, there is an inevitable pressure to conform, to align with societal expectations, or to meet the standards imposed by friends, family, or colleagues. Solitude strips away these external demands, allowing individuals to reflect on what they genuinely believe in. A person seeking a career path may find clarity not through discussions with others, but through quiet reflection on their passions and long-term goals. A writer struggling to find their authentic voice may discover it in the stillness of a solitary retreat, free from the expectations of the audience. Those who embrace solitude recognize that understanding one's values is not about adopting the beliefs of others, but about uncovering personal truths that align with one's core identity. Creativity flourishes in solitude, where the mind is free to wander without interruption. Many of history's greatest artists, inventors, and writers have credited their most profound ideas to moments of isolation. Vincent van Gogh found inspiration in the quiet landscapes of the French countryside, producing masterpieces that continue to captivate the world. Nikola Tesla, known for his groundbreaking innovations, often retreated into deep solitude to focus on complex theories that shaped the future of electricity. Writers such as Virginia Woolf and Henry David Thoreau sought isolation, not as an escape from reality, but as a means of deepening their creative expression. The absence of distraction allows for uninterrupted thought, leading to innovative ideas that might not surface in a fast-paced, overstimulated environment. Solitude also nurtures a deeper connection with oneself, which in turn strengthens creative expression. When individuals spend time alone, they become more attuned to their emotions, thoughts, and ideas. This heightened self-awareness translates into more authentic and meaningful work. A musician composing a song in solitude is more likely to create something deeply personal and evocative than if they were influenced by the immediate reactions of an audience. A filmmaker crafting a story without external pressures can explore themes that resonate with their own experiences rather than conforming to industry trends. Creativity at its core is an expression of individuality, and solitude provides the space necessary for that individuality to develop without interference. Beyond personal creativity, embracing solitude allows individuals to appreciate the power of stillness. In a culture that prioritizes productivity and constant activity, moments of quiet introspection are often undervalued. Yet it is precisely in these moments that new perspectives emerge. A leader faced with a difficult decision may find that solitude offers the mental space needed to weigh options carefully and make choices rooted in wisdom rather than impulsive reactions. An athlete preparing for competition may benefit from solitary training sessions where they refine their technique without external comparisons. A scientist formulating a new hypothesis may achieve breakthroughs not in the lab filled with discussion, but in the quiet contemplation of an idea left to develop naturally in their mind. Embracing solitude does not mean rejecting social connections, but rather recognizing the importance of balancing external engagement with internal reflection. Those who incorporate moments of solitude into their lives find that they approach relationships with greater clarity, authenticity, and emotional stability. They become more aware of what they seek in friendships, what values they hold dear, and how they want to contribute to the world. Rather than feeling lost in the expectations of others, they move through life with a sense of purpose grounded in their own understanding. Clarity, a deeper sense of values, and heightened creativity are not accidental byproducts of solitude, but direct results of embracing it with intention. When individuals carve out time for themselves, they gain the ability to think without noise, reflect without judgment, and create without limits. The greatest insights, the most profound works of art, and the deepest personal revelations often emerge not from moments of external validation, but from the quiet, uninterrupted journey within. True success is not defined by fleeting recognition, but by the dedication, patience, and long-term vision that drive personal and professional growth. The most impactful achievements are often built in silence through consistent effort and a commitment to self-improvement. Those who embrace discipline, self-motivation, and resilience understand that excellence is not an immediate reward, but a continuous process of refinement. Just as a tree grows strong roots before bearing fruit, lasting success comes from the unseen efforts that lay the foundation for greatness. By prioritizing perseverance over external validation, individuals develop a mindset that values progress over perfection. Each challenge faced becomes an opportunity for growth, and each setback serves as a stepping stone toward mastery. The journey toward excellence is not about proving oneself to others, but about pushing beyond limitations and striving for the highest personal standards. Those who commit to this path recognize that true fulfillment comes not from accolades, but from the knowledge that they have given their best effort, regardless of who is watching. Ultimately, the pursuit of meaningful success is not about seeking attention, but about allowing results to speak for themselves. The most enduring legacies are not built on words, but on actions, dedication, and the quiet strength of perseverance. In the end, it is not the noise of self-promotion, but the depth of one's work that defines true excellence.